Urban legends and folklore often seem like stories meant to scare us into behaving. But sometimes the terrifying truth behind these tales makes fiction pale in comparison. Today, we're diving into 5 horrifying legends that turned out to be true. I'm Sarah. Welcome to Darklight Archives. Clown legends have terrified people for decades, but none were more horrifying than John Wayne Gacy, the real-life killer clown. Gacy was a respected businessman and political volunteer in Chicago during the 1970s. He even posed for photos with local politicians. But behind closed doors, he lured young men and boys into his home, often under the pretense of offering them construction jobs. Police discovered the bodies of 29 victims buried in a crawlspace beneath Gacy's house. 4 more were found in nearby rivers. Gacy was sentenced to death in 1980 and executed in 1994. The case forever changed the public's perception of clowns, giving rise to the sinister archetype of the evil clown in horror stories. The Wendigo, a creature of Algonquian folklore, was believed to be a spirit of insatiable hunger and cannibalism, but one horrifying real-life case gave terrifying weight to this legend. In 1879, Swift Runner, a Cree hunter, returned from the harsh Canadian wilderness alone. His family had mysteriously vanished. When local authorities investigated, they found the remains of his wife and 6 children cannibalized. Swift Runner admitted to the killings but claimed he had been possessed by a Wendigo spirit. The case shocked the nation, though some historians argue that extreme starvation and mental instability may have driven him to commit the horrific act. Despite his claims, Swift Runner was convicted and executed, and his story became part of the lasting fear of the Wendigo across North America. In the 1760s, the region of Gévaudan in France was plagued by a series of brutal attacks. Villagers whispered about a monstrous beast that seemed almost supernatural. The first known attack occurred in 1764, when a young girl tending cattle was killed. Over the next 3 years, reports of over 100 attacks, many fatal, spread fear across the countryside. King Louis XV took the matter seriously, offering a reward for the beast capture. Hunters initially killed a large wolf believed to be the culprit, but the attacks continued. In 1767, a local hunter named Jean Chastel finally killed a creature with unusual features, a wolf-like animal with exaggerated size and strength. Some researchers believe it may have been a hybrid species, though the true origin of the beast remains a mystery. One of the strangest medieval legends comes from the village of Woolpit, England. In the 12th century, villagers reportedly discovered 2 children with green skin emerging from a wolf trap. The children spoke a language no one could understand and refused to eat anything but raw beans. Over time, they adapted to their new surroundings. The boy died shortly after, but the girl survived and eventually explained that they came from a land of perpetual twilight, called St. Martin's Land. While the story was dismissed as fantasy for years, some historians now theorise that the children may have been Flemish refugees. During that time, Flemish communities in England were persecuted, and the children may have fled, surviving in isolation. The green tint of their skin could have been caused by malnutrition, possibly a condition known as chlorosis. One of the most chilling maritime legends is that of the SS Ourang Medan, a Dutch cargo ship said to have met a horrifying fate in the late 1940s. The ship's distress message was simple and terrifying. SOS from Ourang, Medan. We float. All officers, including the captain, dead in chart room and on the bridge. Probably whole of crew dead. Shortly after, the words, I die. When a rescue team boarded the vessel near the Strait of Malacca, they found the entire crew dead, their bodies frozen in expressions of terror. No clear cause of death was ever determined. Some experts suggest the crew may have been exposed to leaking hazardous chemicals such as methane or nitroglycerin, both of which were transported by ships in that era. Others claim supernatural forces were at work, turning the Ourang Medan into one of history's most enduring ghost ship legends. When legends become reality, they take on a life of their own, warning us of the horrors that lie hidden in the shadows of history. Which of these legends disturbed you the most? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more terrifying truths from Darklight Archives.